Hello everybody. I figured why not make a chat video now as I am here. And oh, I wanted to turn it around so you guys can see the view. Two seagulls and back to myself. So wow, look at that. I don't know if you all can see that, but I believe it's many seagulls sitting on a sheet of ice on the water. Today, I want to discuss life. Topic of every time. Life and suicide. So mental health based. And Friday, this past week has been very challenging for me as I got back into a 8-hour work schedule with an organization, and I loved my job. I love the patients. I love what I do, supporting, mentoring, helping with resources, all of that. And Friday I was let go. And when things like that happen, it's the first time I was let go during a training period. I've never been let go ever. And for no other reason than the seagulls are making noise and talking to one another, for no other reason than me asserting my boundaries and saying what I was willing to do and not willing to do. And in this circumstance, I was not willing to relocate, and I said that prior to accepting the position. However, I believe I was let go for the reason of not wanting to relocate an hour away. So that's what went on, and the organization, the location was just not right for me. Messy. As my friend said it. So that was that. And I felt really saddened. I felt really heavy that I needed to rest, needed to sleep, and a lot of, emotions, because to keep starting from scratch, trying out jobs, starting from scratch, seeing what's for you, what's not for you. And it's great. It's an experience. However, when it's something you love and, you want to be there at the time and there's circumstances that are outside of your control, right? So it's one of those where God is preparing me for the next step. And my life tends to go very fast, very quickly. Things tend to change very quickly and always have in my life. However, now that I'm more aware of who I am, more aware of what I want and the steps that I take towards the things that I want, I am getting. So I don't want to speak too much into what's going on for my summer, but I hope to have a great summer in another location. And that's all I'll say for now until things are officialized. So bam to that. And end of the year, I have decided something also to be somewhere else. So we'll see about that as I get things going and prepare myself for what to do next. Breath. So with all that being said, as I was feeling those emotions, Thich Nhat Hanh, my teacher, my guru, someone's teachings who I always follow, who helped save my life, helped align me, passed. And that happened. I saw that right after I was released from that job. And it's all about the language we use, right? Because you don't ever allow things outside of you, people outside of you, organizations, companies, etc., to determine who you are. You are who you are, and no one else gets to tell you who you are. And I stand by that so strongly, which is why I don't bend or break for anybody. And this is what I teach too for people who, want to surround themselves with me or my clients one-to-one. And it's to be powerful in who you are and assert that. And it doesn't mean you have to be mean or negative or cocky, all those things. Is just to state who you are, state what your wants are. In this life, mental health is so important that if you're not at peace where you are, whether that's work, home, anywhere else, it's not worth it because it's going to take you down. And so after Thich Nhat Hanh passed, he passed naturally, and I've been listening to him on Sounds True. I posted the link in our Try Together community. And thank you, Pinaki, for sending me that if you watch this. And to listen to his teachings, his CD audios. And so that was that. Watched his memorial. And it's still going on a few days. And then I saw, I don't usually watch news, but I saw about Michelle Go and, the man who pushed her on the subway, is homeless and has mental health concerns. And I wanted to read through comments and what people had to say, especially on LinkedIn, because I wanted to see how people perceive mental health and if people are blaming. Because the root of the issue begins with, I guess, how the subways are to begin with, and for them to put money into correcting that so incidents like this don't occur. It's beyond me. I don't know much about politics and things. I just know about being a human being. And that's the best I can do, and share, what I know from my knowledge, and apply it and share it with you guys so you can possibly apply it if it's, connecting with you. And, so Michelle Go passed, and she did a lot of great work, and, she was Asian as well. And to attach the, Asian hate tag to it, I don't know if it was that. I just know that, that man has a concern, whether it's schizophrenia or whatnot, and me having a mom who has the same concern, and being in mental health, right? Advocating for it, knowing about it, knowing about different terminologies and brain health concerns. I am concerned for that man. I'm concerned because, like some of the comments people said were, if, New York had, and this incident took place in New York, if New York had, the services for homeless people to have psychiatric care. And in general, community mental health is very poor, and the system is really rough, and you have to really fight the good fight. And I'm just so grateful that my mom is in a decent place right now, because I've been fighting about her mental health with many organizations, and fighting for her rights as a person, because when she's not as fluent in English and in understanding and denial regarding her own concerns. So I have to be the voice, right? Be the power voice, advocate for her. I love my mother more than anything, and I will always be standing by her. People are playing with seagulls. I don't think that's a great idea. So that's that. And then I saw the news about Regina King losing her only son to suicide. And I just thought to myself, and I always been talking about this since last year when I started Chai Together, she lost her son to suicide. And, he was a gorgeous young boy, 26 years young. And when I saw that, I just thought, having money, you can have money, you can be, I believe he was a DJ, please don't quote me, and you can be having those successes, but if your mind's not right, or being successful in the sense of having financial abundance in your physical realm, like as in actual money, right, not just visualization, does not mean that you won't have a brain health concern. And when I say brain health concern, that can be anything from clinical to having mild depression. There's so many levels of depression, to having just anxiety, or impulsive, doing something impulsive. And as someone who's been suicidal before, who's had suicide ideations on a daily basis, almost 24/7, when I was just about 2 years ago, before I got myself out of that, and that's a whole another story realm to go into. All I have to say is, it's always really sad to hear about, the ones that we hear about on the news are the ones that we hear about that are accounted for. But it's always just sad to know when someone commits suicide because they couldn't get to the other side. And that always just pulls a string on me, because I know I was able to get to the other side because I saw beauty from traveling in life. And I knew that, it's just my environment, that the world is more beautiful than this, that I will get myself out of this trauma one day. And just finding out about that news, so that was 3 deaths, taking place over this weekend. And that's because it was more so I was searching into it. I actually don't pay attention to so much of that. That's how I keep my mental state sane and very stable. So I just wanted to have a chat regarding all of this, and that's what's been going on. And to really know how life works when it comes to jobs, and things aren't guaranteed anymore, such as they might have been back in the day. And this is why I do Chai Together. This is why, things will be changing, and I will be figuring things out and seeing where to go from here. And all I know is that life is beautiful as long as I have shelter, food, water, a great community such as you guys, and just keep pushing forward. I'm still young, and I bet if I do make it to an older age, I would still say, like, I'm so young, I'm so hip, and I'm the best. And that's how you need to speak to yourself. You need to say those affirmations to yourself, and tell yourself that you're the shit if you feel comfortable doing so. But there's nothing that can bring me down after overcoming. There's nothing that can bring me down after overcoming. And the worst things that can happen to me, I believe, is loss of family members. And other than that, I don't believe I can have an experience that I already haven't experienced to the maximum amount of pain or discomfort in my life after all I've been through. So I just am so resilient. I am so brave, and I am so determined to achieve those things for our community and a global community, and to leave an impact on this earth that I was here. And I just think of the Beyonce song, That I Was Here. I heard years ago when I was clinically depressed and suicidal, and I would hear that song and feel like that's me, that I was here and the world will know it. And a lot of you know me now, and more people will know me. And it doesn't even have to be where I have to be centered on social media, or I have to make videos or put my face out there. You can be behind the scenes and still be financially, emotionally, spiritually abundant. And I truly believe in myself, and I hope you can find something to live for. If you can find something to live for, you can make it. And please let me know if you have any questions. And I'm just so inspired today. I wanted to come sit here by the water. This is the same location that I'm showing you guys. This is the same location where I would come and contemplate my suicide. I would think about jumping off of this rail. And I would think about, and if I were to end it, this is how I would end it. And this was just about over 2 years ago. I used to think this way, and then my life changed. And this is just to tell you that anything's possible, that you can still be in the same place and not feel the same way. And I'm just on fire. I am so proud of myself. I used to sit here in the summertime, read books, and just be so depressed. But I would come here for some peace, for some solace, to have an out, to be outdoors and know that I'm going to make it one day. This pain is going to end one day. And it wasn't through suicide it ended. And even my belief about suicide is, even if I had committed suicide, or those who do, I can only speak from my own experience and understanding of what I would do for myself. If I did commit suicide, I wouldn't be at peace, because I ended my life because of the pain, if that makes sense. And from what I know in Sadhguru's teachings, who's a yogi mystic, you should look him up if you don't know him. He's the man with the white beard you may see viral online. Going viral. He founded the Isha Foundation in India. So, he states that the soul will wander, after suicide, because you took yourself out, you harmed yourself. It will take time to find that peace. And I don't believe suicide, for myself, I can't speak for others. It may be the answer for others for what they really needed. I cannot say, because I am not them and I've never committed it. Suicide. I can only, if they were to come back and tell us if that was the right thing, then only we would know if something like that is possible. I just know if I had done so, that it would be injustice to the world, because the world would be missing out on me and my greatness. I shine light so bright into the world every single day that I can, to the best of my ability, and that will be taken away. So does the world really need a bright light like myself to be taken away, who's spreading joy, giving hope, giving inspiration to other people, to be gone? Do we need that? Because we already have a lot of hate, a lot of nastiness, a lot of evil, people would say, like serial killers, all kind of shit going on. So do we really need that? We need that balance. We need more positivity. And I'm not talking about toxic positivity. I'm talking about being positive at the right time. So we need to feel our emotions, be sad, be torn, be grieving. And you need to process however long that takes. And there's a thin line that is between when it becomes clinical and when it does not. And there's so much in this world. Please, please don't let yourself down, or let someone make you feel, down and about for a long time because of a job loss, or because of a dream that did not come true of yours recently, that things didn't go how they would go. There's a time for everything, okay? You try again, as long as you live, and it will happen for you. But if you're just down and about, you're not in that positive light, you're not shining your bright light, you're not in the right mindset to try again. You have to accept that it didn't work out, whether you want to call it failure. I don't have a concern with failure. I feel like it's great. It's great because you just learn a way that doesn't work. And I know we all have our acronyms and connotations behind failure. It's an event in your life, and that's all you should look at it as. And it's about that mindset programming. Some parents or guardians, or even friends, anyone, a positive, influence in your life can tell you from a young age that that failure is just an event in your life. And that's what happened to Mr. Anupam Kher, who's a Bollywood actor, and so much more. And his father told him that, and he kept going, slept on the subways and became an actor, fought the good fight and became an actor, because the mindset that failure is basically nothing. To not focus so much on this word failure and success. Stop focusing on that so much and just do and just be. Like, stop associating the things you're doing on such a pedestal that, oh my gosh, I succeeded. Oh my gosh, I failed. Not to get too excited, to keep that calm balance, that however things turn out, you're not attached to those results. And that's how you keep maintaining who you are, and you maintain your ideas in that flow. Just like this water, if you could see, you maintain that flow. And the water is still going, even though it's cold out, there's sheets of ice, the water's still flowing beneath it. You just go. You just go. Make it great if that's what make it is to you. Don't. Great. Try again. You're alive. Like, I just feel if everyone had that capacity to just know that you will get over it, over that pain. You will learn how to manage. You will learn how to grow. You will learn that this is just a chapter of your life. It may feel really long, treacherous. It's such a drag. 12 years I suffered in pain. 12 years. Imagine that. It's just been 2 years we've been dealing with the COVID thing. 12 years every single day I would wake up and I would think about killing myself. 12 years. I sometimes have a challenge realizing that was the Pratibha I know today. The fact that I have to think about that and remember that because it's such a blur to me. The fact that it seems like it's a past to me. Was that really me? And that's how you've come so damn far. You come so damn far. And now I inspire others. I've always been inspiring other people. Since I was younger, I had Revival Love, which was my Instagram handle, and now it is again, but I'm the new renewed Revival Love, which means restoration of love. That was my handle during the times of my depression and suicide ideations. I still inspired, still made posts. Things are still on my Facebook today, my Instagram album. You can still see the old Pratibha versus the new. I still gave that light to other people when I didn't have light in myself. Like, I didn't believe in myself, didn't have any confidence. I had body dysmorphia. I had such extreme challenges, all these skin conditions. I didn't feel pretty. I didn't even have confidence to be with boyfriends and all kinds of things. And, so many assumptions being thrown at me that I'm this, I'm that, I'm the H word, OE, all these things when I was not. I had trouble even loving myself. And for me to be with somebody and love someone else, that was like so far gone behind these waters. Like, I am just so over the fucking bullshit of that people say. I want people to keep their bullshit to themselves, to package it, put a fucking pink big ass bow on it, and send that shit away on a ship to fucking like Thailand. Like I'm just so fucking done. Just give love, spread love, cut the bullshit, cut the being fake, cut the toxicity, cut all that shit out. So you can be at peace and you can spread that fucking peace to other people. Because it can be really, really challenging and such a pull when people like myself, not that I feel like it's my responsibility or I'm responsible, but it's just we have to work like twice as hard because we want to be good with humanity. Because there's people out here who don't even know who they are, which is a majority of people that I've come across. And it's like, just take the time for yourself. Stop working this job. Stop, don't have kids if you don't want to. Stop putting yourself into situations where you feel like you're forced or, what will people think of me? And it's not about what people will think about you. It's about what do you think about yourself. Have that courage. And that's what CHI stands for: courage, hope, and imagination. Pull out that courage from inside of you. If you knew today you were dying or your mom was dying, dad, whoever you love the most in your life, and you had to give your freaking kidney, you would pull out that courage to give your fucking kidney to the person that you love the most so you can save their life. You need to have that same type of endurance, same type of courage to pull that shit out and fucking help yourself. If you don't help yourself, you're gonna fucking die. Because you know what? You're dying every single day already by being miserable. It's a slow death, my friend. So please do something for yourself. Stop being so afraid to be who you are. Like, I didn't even expect for it to get motivational, but like, I'm just so fired up and so passionate because why are you hiding from being who you are? Saying lies. So many liars in the world. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. I can spot a lie. I can spot a liar. I can tell who you are from your energy. And we've heard this before. I had the memes and whatever. I've been knowing this. I've been real since I used to be at the Y as a child. I used to be at the youth group since I was about, 11, 12, 13 years old. And my youth counselor told me how real I am in a card. And she said that I could spot the BS. That's how I always been true to who I am. I never, ever bent for other people. They wanted me to. They tried me. They still tried me. But I will not bend for anybody. I will not bend for anybody. No company, no person. Because I work too hard on my mindset to be who I am today, that you will not take it away from me. No job, no person, no location. No, never. No, not me. Not me. This is the longest video I feel I made in so long, if ever. And grow up. Grow up in the sense of just stop. If you need someone to tell you to stop, whether you're working too many hours, draining yourself, putting too much on your plate, going to school, managing work, doing all these things, stop if you can, or take a break. Don't burn yourself out, because God, that saying, when God will stop you. I remember a time I had a car accident because I worked overnight while going to school with 5 classes, and I worked 40 hours a week while going to school. And I crashed my car early Sunday morning. And I thought I was going to die. And ever since then, I've been very careful with my life, in the sense of impulses, in the sense of caring about my life. That was my wake-up call from God. Because there was no one telling me, stop me. People like, oh yeah, work. Yeah, go to school. Right. Because they're not doing it, or people don't have that capacity to tell you, or they just don't even know themselves what you're really going through. And if you don't have someone physically near you to tell you stop, the God will stop you, or whatever you believe in. Like, there will be something to stop you if they still want you here on this planet. And thank God I'm still here on this planet. And to see these seagulls, like, look at the beauty of life. Like, I just love life. Like, we can see the sky, we can see this water, the fact that I have sight. I have friends who don't have sight and are great artists. Michelle Ann, who's been on CHI Together as well. So check out our YouTube. I will be launching our CHI Together store full of many, many products coming to you shortly with the click of a button. Do support if you want to. Support if you genuinely want to, and for no other reason, because I don't want you to for any other reason, but that you genuinely align with my message, that you genuinely support me, and you want to see CHI Together grow. And those are the only things that I can ask for me to keep doing, keep going, and keeping me supported here, and here. I love you all. Pretty bidet from CHI Together. Peace.